upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. B to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing the master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself. Thinking of all the ways I can top myself. On God, I can move like a devil. I hope you and your squad are ready for the last level that ends here. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep it running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Y'all are dealing with the best of the worst. Does anybody want to volunteer to die first? Wind up on the wrong side of a trouble and curse. I'm a bully and never looking for a bubble to burst. Double the verse, rubble the debris in my wake. Coming for me was a mistake. Gonna give a guarantee your bodies are gonna break. One look at me, you can see that I've been taking the cake. Putting the credible and incredible. I consider any and all enemies edible. I can see that you're finding your decision to be regrettable. Think about it this way, your death will be unforgettable. They won't remember your name. You'll end up another dismembered and maimed adventurer. I bring the flame, a shame. They don't make thermometers that can withstand my temperature. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster.
Shadow waves moving under the moon, and they said the tree. Your light is moving under the tree. Your shadow is moving under the moon, and they said the tree. Your light is moving under the tree. Your shadow is moving under the moon and the dead tree. Your body is moving under the tree.
Hello and welcome to Seven Dungeons. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah. What's up? Feel like it's been a long week.
It's been a super long. Last week sucked. That's the only way to put it, top to bottom.
Really?
It was busy at work. It was busy in life. Like it was just one of those weeks. So, thank you, Fanboy, for that resub. 12 months. 12 months for sure. Hey, Miz, how's it going? Always happy to have my Dungeoneers here tonight. So, yeah, welcome, everybody. Yeah, before we get started, this will be our last promo for HelloFresh. That our deal expires in 2 days. For their sponsorship. So if you were thinking about picking it up for some delicious meals delivered straight to your door, you have 2 days left, and you get delicious meals and we get helped out just a little bit. So that's something you're interested in doing. 2 days left. You can do exclamation HelloFresh and use our link to sign up for those, and we'll be all good to go from there. There was something else I had. There really was. Oh, coming up in Hello Kitty. Yeah, it's just like Hello Kitty, Miz. It's just like Hello Kitty. coming up in June, we are going to be having some spotty sessions through June just because of work and life as summer starts and things going on. So just giving you pre-warning. It is. I'm traveling the country, getting those airline miles, and driving miles. So doing a world tour. I'll be in. I'm going to California, then Texas, then Michigan, then Charlotte. So I'm hitting the entire United States width this year. So keep that in mind. Maybe we'll be done by then. Maybe tonight's the last night.
Roman comes in, party wipe.
Last week was almost Arlo's last night. For those of you who missed last week,
2 seconds from death. Yeah.
Yep.
There was no joke. If the turn meter had clicked over one more, he wouldn't be with us. That's how close it was.
If the initiative roll was just a slight bit different.
If Blaylock hadn't got that crit, it might even been.
It'd been all over with.
Yeah, and typically, I mean, historically, you haven't rolled that well with the fire dice.
Scorching ray is usually like scorching barrage, where it's just like hitting like everywhere around, but right in front of you.
Yeah. So we are getting into the end game. Your friends will die, as Mel Gibson said in
Brave Hearts.
No, it was the military one that I love so much. We Were Soldiers.
Soldiers. Oh.
Yep. Good movie. The book is even better. I actually read the book as well. It was really good. But welcome to all of you, and shout out to, of course, our new subs. We're getting up there. We're almost at 200 subs. We hit 200 subs. Yeah, we wish. 200 followers. Once we hit 200 followers, we'll have to throw a little party, or we'll have a giveaway or something. We're getting close. We're close. We got some giveaways we're going to get scheduled here pretty soon. So stay tuned. Shout out to our listeners on Spotify and Apple Play and all those, and Anchor. We even though you're not making it live, we appreciate you listening in afterwards. So we hope that you enjoy the production just as much. So that's what I have, guys. You got anything?
Happy to be alive.
For now.
Just secured me a place down here in Florida, so I'm happy.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So it won't be long. He'll be fighting off panthers and alligators. So
yeah,
and lizards.
It's very true. Hopefully they stay out of the major cities, but who knows?
You never know. You just never know. I'll be down there in a couple weeks. So never ending. All right.
Hit Whataburger if you're going to Jacksonville.
I've been to Whataburger.
Fabulous.
Let's see. Here we are. And let's go with this. I'll turn it down. Shut up. Always. If the audience didn't know, like the abuse that I take.
The abuse my ears take.
It's ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
Trying to make me go deaf before I'm 30.
I'm not even going to go there.
30.
Yeah. All right. Where we left off. If you missed last week, you missed a doozy. Galtier, Arlo, and Blaylock were ambushed in the night by a dark creature.
But we have a team name now?
Game Boy Advanced. GBA. In a valiant fight that the sneaky creature got quite a few attacks in because it was dark. They were victorious, barely, very barely, and rested into the late evening into the next morning. The next morning, Galtier sent a message to Grayson that they had run into some trouble, while Zorramir explored a message down at the docks. They were given this message, and he returned to Grayson, and we returned to Tindra's Den with Grayson and Zorramir. What would you like to do next?
What time is it? This was right after I had conveyed.
It's fairly morning, yeah.
I remember you did say that you did tell Grayson that she had a job for you, correct?
I did. I revealed that.
Well, Zorramir, do you want to check out? We still have time. We're not to meet them till dinner.
Might be good to scope the joint a little bit first. Could possibly make away with some of the riches of the prestigious people in this town that you so loathe.
Like I said, just don't get caught.
I'm the best thief around. Apparently more people than I thought knew it, know it. I have people coming from all over requesting my thief services.
Well,
realize I
hopefully
made
one
such
of
a
them will
statement.
bail you out.
Oh, let's not get us ahead of ourselves here, Grayson. That won't be necessary.
After you.
Gather up whatever I had, and we're gonna go for a walk over to the Gilded Glass.
All right.
What is the
So-
Gilded Glass? Is it like a restaurant or a pub or something?
It is. It is a fine establishment for eating. So you travel through the streets as before. The streets are fairly busy as people come out about their morning activities, and some say hello as you proceed into the nicer area of town. Up near where you were the night before at the Opera House, you arrive at the Gilded Glass. Looking at the outside of the building, you see large wooden doors adorned with gold inlay, and you can hear music wafting from inside. Outside the main doors, you see a rather large orc. He's dressed in what could be the most uncomfortably nice outfit for an orc. Fine clothing, small bow tie-ish look, and nice pants and boots. And you can see him reach up and like grab toward his the neck of it a little bit and kind of allow himself to breathe. But looks quite nice for orcs you've seen in the past.
Definitely an odd sight.
Used to seeing them muddy in camps, not around this part of town. You think he's here on his own will?
Well, more than likely he's serving out some debt.
Hopefully that's not me at the end of the night. But it won't be. It will not be. Does the Gilded Glass appear to be open?
It seems open. You can hear a little bit of commotion on the inside.
Shall we go in, get a bite to eat, see what this place is all about?
Might as well. Start heading up the stairs.
Okay, what are both of you wearing?
I'm still wearing the nice outfit.
I don't think
Okay.
I've ever changed out of it.
Yeah, I don't. So you're still in the nice out. Oh yeah, because you guys both went to the opera.
Yes.
Okay. The orc kind of stands in front of the doorway and. Okay. Come on in. And you see him looking you up and down. And he takes a big hand and just kind of thrusts it against the door and opens the door up for you.
Do not allow the slum people from the other side of town into this establishment.
Anyone's allowed if they're dressed properly.
Good thing I have on my finest clothes this afternoon, this noon.
Grayson just shakes his head and walks through the door.
All right. You step inside and you see it's still early. It's before noon. There's people eating various breakfast foods. You can see it's a really high class place. One moment. Over the top of the music, you hear, gentle laughter, and you can smell all these freshly cooked meats. Now this, especially Zorramir, since you're keen to the food and things, this smells way better than the other food you've had since you've been around. The inside is decorated in like a royal blue outlined with silver, and it seems every table has a small magical torch that illuminates the immediate area. There's no formal bar as the other taverns you've been into, and but there's a pretty robust wait staff that's standing toward the back of the room looking to serve who sits at the next table.
Walk up to them. Table for two, please.
A thin, almost gaunt human man comes over to you. Right this way. And he takes you over to a small table with 4 chairs. Nice royal blue tablecloth. You can see the filigree, gold filigree on the edges, running the brim of the tablecloth itself. And just, it's very nice in here. You notice specifically that the light from the tables kind of reflects off of other shiny silver parts of the room.
This whole time I'm keeping an eye on all the nooks and crannies in the room and just really trying to map a mental picture of the place into my head.
All right. It's kind of it's very open concept for what it is. There's, of course, pillars and things as to holding the roof up. The room itself is kind of like a half square type shape. It doesn't snake in and out. There's not a lot of barriers between tables. The tables are just kind of laid out in an open area. Toward the back of the north side of the room, you see a small hallway that goes back that you see some folks going back into and then coming back out later. In the back northwest corner, looks like where the kitchen is. You see there's a set of doors there that the waitstaff enters and exits on a regular basis.
Did she say if this fellow worked here or if he just stayed here?
Did it indicate either way? Forget.
Nope. From what you could tell, he just liked to frequent the place.
I think this person just likes to come here often. This place seems very stuffy to me. I don't know why you'd like to come to this place very often.
I wouldn't.
As you say that, the very gaunt man comes back up. Might I get you something to drink or eat this morning?
What kinds of pie do you have?
Oh, we have a delectable pie. It's strawberries filled with bits of rhubarb, accented with the best cocoa that can be found and imported in from Waterdeep itself.
That sounds horrible. Do you have like a meat pie?
We don't have a meat pie, but our special this morning is a iron skillet egg mixture with fresh red potatoes and scallions, accented with a bit of duck fat.
I don't know half of the words that you just said, but I'll try anything.
We'll take 2 of those.
All
Some
right.
juice. Freshly squeezed.
Always.
And go ahead and bring out the pie.
Not a problem. And he nods at you and takes off back toward the kitchen. Zorramir just kind of scanning around the room. You don't see anyone that would match the description that she gave you.
I'm just gleaming at Grayson right now. You ordered a pie.
If we're going to be here for a while, we need to pretend that we're actually here to eat.
Good thinking. I was here to eat. I don't know. Were you not planning on eating?
Zorramir.
Yeah, what do you think was down that hall? People seem to be going down there and they're staying there. They're staying there for a little bit.
It's probably the kitchen.
No, not that hall. The other one.
I look in that direction. What do I see?
You see a hall, and it looks like, depending on who walks down there, some walk into a room on the left and some walk into a room on the right.
Perhaps our person of interest is in one of those private rooms?
It's probably the indoor plumbing.
Plumbing. Indoor plumbing. Like the bathhouse?
Do you honestly think people that eat here go outside to take a shit or relieve themselves?
I don't know. I've never taken a shit in the 3 years I've been on this island.
You must have a very strong constitution, my little friend.
He's gonna blow.
Roll bludgeoning damage.
plus force.
Can we get that on a t-shirt? Oh my god.
I was 3 years.
Oh god.
Too easy.
Most individuals of this stature like to be pampered.
I mean, they go to the... I'm not going to do that. Yeah, perhaps it is. Maybe I should go back there after the first round of the pie and see if it is like you say, this residence of shitting.
Yeah, I just kind of...
And as you say that, your waiter comes out and sets a small cart over to the side, and you can hear the food in the skillet sizzling, and Zorramir, the smells just hit you right away, and it's nothing like you've ever had in your entire life. And as he stands there, he pours liquid over the top of him and kind of snaps his finger, and a small spark ignites, and both skillets catch fire, and the flames spout into the air, and people kind of look over there, and he sets them right in front of you, and you could just smell all these different smells and things coming up from this. And then he reaches back and pulls out this pie, and you swear you see like the steam still rising from the pie as he sets it in the middle of the table on a small metal pedestal. Breakfast is served.
I just take a hand and stick it right in. Big scoop. And put it in my mouth.
Zorramir.
Do you have gloves on?
No, I just got my scaly hands. Oh wait, did I have gloves on? I don't remember.
Well, the uniforms or the outfits didn't come with gloves, but
Okay, we'll say I take a glove off before I stick my hand in.
Okay. So
I hand
Zorramir.
the waiter a platinum
Do it,
piece.
DM. How much heat damage? How much fire damage?
I gotta get to dice.
Wait, have we?
You take 2 points of fire damage as the pie is freaking hot.
It smells so good.
Do you just shove it in your mouth?
Oh yeah, I fight back the tears of pain.
All right, you take the pie and you shove it in your mouth, and immediately you can feel the strawberries burst in your mouth while you crunch into some rhubarb, and then there's just this sweetness at the end of this creamy cocoa flavor. Definitely it's not like anything you've ever had.
It's so, it's so good.
I hand the waiter a platinum piece. Don't mind, my friend. Zorramir.
Rough.
And
I point
Zorramir,
to
you
one
look
side
up,
of
and the waiter's like looking right down at you with just an utter look of disgust while he's holding this platinum in his fingers.
Can I help you, sir? Why are you staring at me while I'm trying to eat?
Not to be
down
rude, but
at your plate.
we do have silverware.
I was born with silverware attached to my body.
But please, we do have standards here.
My gold's not as good as anybody else's.
I'll take care of it. Thank you.
Thank you. And he nods and walks away. And Zorramir, since Grayson kind of has his back to the kitchen, you see the wait staff go and talk to some of the other ones and kind of look over his shoulder, and they're all kind of looking over at you.
You know how it was at the Opera House?
Yeah, there's chocolate. There was lots of gold around.
There is an etiquette.
We're
Look
dressed
down.
nice.
Dressing the part is not being the part. You're going to get us kicked out of here before we can even do what we came here to do.
You know, all of these people here, they need to have a little bit more of that halfling spirit. You know, that just... Didn't you feel all of that joy in Cider Point? Just not a care around. Everybody was gleefully prancing around, not looking down on others and judging.
That's because that wasn't here. There are different standards. You can't just walk into a nice place like this and act like a savage.
Just acting like I was raised. I don't know what you want me to do.
For starters, on that side of your plate is a fork. On that side of your plate is a knife.
I'll look down. Do I notice if they seem to be of any value?
To you, they look more like convenient weapons that they lay out in front of you rather than... I mean, you're familiar with what a fork and knife is for.
But would I know if they're like made of a nice metal or something that would be worth anything?
I don't have an appraise skill. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, intelligence is that. 4.
They look like silverware.
Alright. Yes. Oh, thank you for pointing those out. That would come in quite handy if someone were to come up behind me quite suddenly.
Pay attention. And I demonstrate.
I'm staring very intently.
We are not trying to cause attention to ourselves. So at least for the time being, please, at least try to act like you have some sort of manners.
I am the sneakiest rogue there has ever been. I do not cause attention on myself.
I point in any direction.
People staring.
There are a couple of the wait staff looking, and there's a table that's 2 tables over from you, and this woman with her hair is kind of white and woven into a rather tall wig, and she's dressed very nicely, and she has a look of just utter disgust. She can't even it looks like she's frozen in place, and she's watching you just with pie dripping from your hands.
Grayson, why are they all staring at you? Is it because you're a Harker?
It's not me they're looking at.
Oh, it's probably my wings. I'll give them a little flutter. Not trying to take off, just flex them a little bit.
You flex them out, and it hits a chair behind you, and just...
Are we doing this or not?
Okay, so you want me to use the fork and the knife like this? And I'll very clumsily try and use the utensils like they're intended to be used.
That's all I'm asking.
I think
If you get us kicked out of here, we can't do what you came here to do.
I don't think they were going to kick us out.
Wrong.
Yeah, you know how to use a fork and knife, so...
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue eating the food.
It's delicious. Yeah, you take a sip of the juice, and it's definitely fresh squeezed. Your glass has big pieces of pulp in it from the oranges. But the food is good. After a few moments, the waiter comes back over. Is there anything else I can get for you this evening or morning?
Is down that hallway over there, is that where I could relieve myself?
Absolutely, in utter privacy.
It seems like there's multiple people going there.
Yes, multiple people do have to relieve themselves.
This really is quite a fancy establishment you have here.
We
If
like
you
to
wouldn't
think so.
mind, I would like to have some meats and cheeses brought out as well, please.
Absolutely. Would you like imported cheeses, local cheeses? Is there any specific variety?
A mixture will be fine.
And he gives a gentle nod and goes back toward the kitchen.
I still no signs of the timepiece person.
No.
What time did they say that I should go? I forget. Was it evening?
Yes, typically in the evenings.
Okay. Well, after we eat these cheeses, I don't know if there's much point in hanging around here all day. Probably best to reconvene later tonight.
And this is where we were coming to meet the contact, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A few moments later, he comes out with a wooden board with a variety of meats and cheeses spread out in a circular fashion. Some sort of cream or so in a small container in the center that they circle around.
Thank
But-
you, sir.
Take my fork and start stabbing the pieces of cheese with it.
The cheese is delicious. You do end up getting one piece that not something you prefer. Very pungent.
I'll spit it back out on my plate. Oh, this is disgusting.
You hear from the side, "Oh my."
If you don't like something, just take it out of your mouth.
I did. It's now on my plate.
I know you haven't had much experience with people of higher stature than you, but when I give you some advice, please take it.
I'm trying, Grayson. I'm just not used to these standards that you're talking about. It's hard to follow and keep up. Say, why do you have such displeasure for these people?
Family worked for people like this. They would hire us to protect their cities. And then one day, the temple decided that we were no longer useful, and it was probably our fault that these monstrosities were attacking to begin with. Not one family, not one, would back us.
What did they do with you? Were you kicked out? Were you arrested?
We were shunned. Connections lost. We still did what we needed to do. We just had a harder time doing it.
Sounds horrible. Do you have any idea what caused these attacks?
They're monsters. It's what they do. It's in their nature.
So, please ignore my ignorance. I'm not trying to blame it on you. You are a monster hunter, no?
That's what my family does, correct?
You are unable to keep them at bay?
We did our job, and we did our job well. Unfortunately, people in higher stature than my family, mostly the church, which is another reason why religion is something I frown upon. People listen to rumors.
Nothing you or your family could say could change their minds otherwise.
Unfortunately not.
So where did you go to? How did you get out of that? I'm assuming you say you were a hired hand. This wasn't some form of slavery, was it?
No. We were well off as well. My family goes back generations. But when you're shunned by everybody, connections lost, trying to maintain that lifestyle, maintain our grounds. I have a family home. My sister's there. But that is the reason that both my parents and my older brother came to this island. It was away from the rumors, and it was doing something that they were trained to do. Unfortunately, I fell into the bottle, did my own thing, and now my father's dead. My mother and brother are captured and tortured. And my sister is left at the family home.
Do you have any desire to go back to your home and visit your sister, or perhaps get your sister out here?
I came here to look for my family, and I was a failure at that too. I have not been in contact with my sister in a long time. I just recently started a letter. Now that I am trying to be a better person. Unfortunately, it took the death of my father for that to happen.
I've noticed you've not been drinking quite as much. Seems to have changed your personality a little bit. You aren't quite as grumpy as you used to be.
Well, I am grumpy. I just, without the alcohol, I've
Didn't say you weren't
check a little
grumpy.
bit more. I've been able to keep it in check a lot better.
I think the old Grayson may have thrown me out of this establishment on his own.
The old Grayson wouldn't have been allowed in this settlement.
I'll drink to that. I'll raise up my glass and give him a little cheers.
Just need to be on guard. This needs to end. One way or the other. Hopefully, we'll come up with a plan tonight. I don't like being clueless as to how things are going to happen.
Unfortunately, there does still seem to be a lot in the air. A lot of unknowns, a lot of surprises at every corner.
Well, this is not how I wanted to approach the king, but if this is our way in, we need to figure it out.
Wait, sorry, completely out of character. When was the drama meeting with the king supposed to happen?
You don't know.
Yeah, we were told we were going to get...
Someone will let you know.
Okay.
So that's what the meeting is for tonight, from what I understand.
Do we know that?
That's what the message you were told.
The main message was yes. We were meeting
Oh.
tonight to discuss plans. You had a sub-message.
I didn't realize the main message directly said that this was what that was what this was about. All right, cool. Hopefully, at the end of this all, we can get your mother and was it brother or sister that's
Brother.
captured? Brother out safely. Not too much damage has been done. Maybe at the end
Be
of this
nice.
all, I could amass some sort of fortune if I'm lucky enough to entertain the hope of bringing Alberon back. But it's task far off in the future, it seems.
Not quite sure that's how that works, Zorramir. Your brother has been dead a long time.
If you pay somebody enough gold, anything should be possible, no?
Be careful what you wish for. You may not like what happens.
Think he would not be the same?
I think it's been too long.
But he was my brother, my only brother. My only...
I understand that. But remember, the gods are fickle.
Yeah, you could say that again. Especially the gods who think they're a god.
Yes, that's also something else we'll need to deal with.
Hopefully he doesn't decide to show his purpleness at a severely inopportune moment.
Well, knowing our luck, that's exactly what'll happen.
Well, there was a way we could persuade him to fight for our cause, but I think that's a task far greater than any mortal being.
All right, well, if we're done, I guess we'll go figure something out until tonight.
I start looking around the place, trying to spot spot the waiter, and as soon as I spot him, I start waving frantically.
Yes.
I think we're all set. This was delicious. How much do we owe you? A gold?
Let's see. 1 gold piece for the pie, 1 for each skillet, and then the charcuterie was 2, so 5 gold pieces.
Give Grayson a wide-eyed look. This is not a cheap place, that's for sure. I'll pull out.
The quality of food? No. You pay for what you get.
That is for sure. And I'll pull up the 5 gold and toss it over.
Thank you. And welcome back to the Gilded Glass at any time.
Oh, thank you. I'll definitely be returning.
He just kind of gives you a smug smile. Yes.
Good
And he
day.
turns-
What was your name?
Jaster?
Good day, Jester.
He walks off.
Have we taken a long rest recently since the last fight?
Yeah, you slept.
You slept.
Oh, we did. Okay. I never reset my hit points.
Oh, that's right. You guys were supposed to do that after session last week, and you didn't.
Yeah. All right, what would you like to do?
Do you have anything you would like to do, or shall we head back to Tender's Den and wait till evening?
Well, I don't have anything per se.
All right, if you want to wait till the evening, you can, and then return to Gilded Glass.
Yes.
We haven't heard
Oh.
anything from the private eye, have we?
Nope.
Maybe we make a stop on our way back.
I'll follow your lead.
I'll head
All right.
that way.
Let's see. When did you drop off with him? It's been, 3 days ish?
3 or 4.
Yeah. Okay. You make your way over into the shop district. And head over to Who's Missing. You step inside. The establishment. You can hear Harvey in the back shuffling around. Who goes there?
Harvey, it's Grayson Hawker.
Yes, yes.
I came by to let you know that we have found the missing person. That certain Gaultier.
Fantastic. I was going to tell you, she's been hanging out with a shadier sort.
Yes, we have found that out. Any news on the other matter, though?
You speak of the Trudas?
That would be correct.
Well, it does seem that they are quite troublesome around these parts. They've been here before during darker times.
That does not surprise me.
It seems that when they are here in Verminia, that bad things have happened in the past, especially to those that owe them debts.
How is it that they've broken laws here and still are not imprisoned?
A curious question. It seems they've been able to escape any punishments for their actions. And those are the most dangerous kind.
Have you found out any information on where they've been hiding themselves?
That is even more puzzling. They're like spirits or specters.
That does not bode well.
Those who know them are too scared to speak. And those who would speak wind up missing.
Well, I don't want you to get hurt.
An attempt on my life was already made.
Then I would suggest you back off of it.
Oh, I came to the same conclusion.
Yes. If you don't mind telling me what happened.
One night, as I was returning to my office, I was approached by a customer, or what I thought was a customer. Rather large man, if I remember correctly. He shoved me up against the wall, began hitting me repeatedly, and you see him kind of pull up the side of his jacket, and he pulls back some feathers, and you see big bruises and scrapes and marks on his side. Told me to stop looking.
Well, I'm glad that was the only thing. And we didn't find you dead.
I am also glad.
All right. Well, again, we appreciate the work you have done.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
As well, but better that you're still alive.
Agreed.
Well, if we need anything else, I definitely keep you on retainer.
I appreciate your hospitality.
So I turn around and walk out.
Okay.
Give a
You
little
step.
curtsy and follow out.
He nods at you. You see his head kind of turn around a little unnaturally far for typically dealing with who you deal with, but doesn't seem to bother him. As you both head back out into the shop district.
Well, I didn't think that would work, but it was definitely worth a try.
Keep him on retainer. We're paying you too much, Grayson.
Do you even know what that means, Zorramir?
Assume it involves gold.
No. It means that if we need more business, he will be the first one we come to.
We're still paying you too much.
And you haven't paid me in months. What are you talking about?
Has Blaylock not done that? Oh, I told him to do that.
Right.
Well, you can talk with him when he gets back.
Sure, Zorramir. I'll do that.
I would, pay it from my own pocket, but I've been giving him the money we owe you out of to Blaylock to collect. So, and Zorramir's looking very
Insight check.
very very shady.
Go for it. Against Zorramir, roll your deception.
Jesus.
And you
My
believe
dice
me?
didn't even roll. It literally landed on 3 and didn't move.
You believe my absolute garbage bluff?
That's bullshit. I would not believe that. I don't care what the dice roll was. I just wouldn't believe that.
Amazing.
All right. Where do y'all want to head from there?
I think we're just killing time, unless you have something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Game Boy Advance. You wake up the next morning, kind of dust yourself off. You see that Arlo still looks a little worse for wear, but he's alive.
I'm gonna wake Blaylock up too. Make sure he's up.
Is it time already?
It is. We need to get going. Hope you guys are rested from last night's fight.
No. But how does one get rested after fighting such an abomination? Where the Talsahen are they okay?
Did I notice Talsahin weren't there or anything last night?
You didn't see them. They weren't actively there. Of course, it's dark.
Okay.
They're now liches.
I'm gonna look around for them. Like, I didn't see them last night. I hope they're okay. I imagine they're not dumb.
Blaylock, don't you have a connection to yours finally?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can
So I'll
telepathically.
I'll reach out to them telepathically and communicate. It's very new for me to be able to link with my Telsahen. This is very new for Blaylock, especially because he's linked to he's linked to Broman Karth, so it's very confusing. The channels are a little muddled. Saying, come to me, Telsahen, and then Broman Karth shows up.
After a few moments,
wrong line.
After a few moments, the Telsahen arrive. And they're all kind of following yours.
We should get going. We have been away long, and we need to figure out what we're going to do to return that disc.
Well, I think before we do that, we need to find Grayson.
Why?
Because we ain't no shape to fight those siblings.
Well, the goal is to get back to them as soon as we can.
True.
See what they've gone about to try and meet the king.
And we have... How far away from Castle Verminia? About, what, a day?
Day and a half riding?
Yeah.
Day and a half or so, yeah.
Yeah. We have time to consider some sort of a plan.
Well, once we get back and find those two, the plan would be probably, I would think, pretty simple. I'll just stand outside and wave it because I'm sure they're watching us. Just joking, but they'll know. I think I got a pretty good idea. They probably already know. That's why I think, the safety of having all of us back together is pertinent. Because I can't take much more on what we just took.
True. Keep your mind sharp. We may be able to devise a plan. Arlo, acquiring this disc came at a great cost.
Yeah. I just say we ride as long as we can till we absolutely have to stop. Who knows that horn of yours, what it's going to bring.
True.
Get a move on, you guys.
Yep, and then we'll start riding out.
Okay. So you ride a day's journey toward Castle Verminia. Day cycles into night again. Do you push through or do you stop to camp?
How does the Telsahen look?
They always look great. They are a pristine creature of perfect creation.
We're a half a day out?
Yep.
I say we just push on through. Our mounts look better than we are.
I would disagree. I would rather be fresh when we get back to Verminia. We don't know what we're walking into.
About what time of day is it right now?
It's evening.
We could stop for the night and then head out early in the morning before sun's up.
I'll get off the Telsahen.
Just find a place and let's get some sleep. Get something to eat.
Okay.
pull some scraps out of my backpack and eat them while I'm laying down.
All right.
Was I Black Bear able to keep up with us I sub in the end of last round or last session? Or is he gone by now?
What was it?
My Black Bear.
Oh, it definitely couldn't keep up with the Talsahan. In the far off distance, while you were riding away, you hear.
It's Chewbacca now.
Chewbacca's voice didn't
Does it
come
only
from a
last
bear.
like an hour
Yeah.
anyway.
yeah.
I know
does.
it's until. I think it lasts until the next sunrise from when I summon it.
No,
I mean,
I
it
think
would've
it's
been
just an
gone.
hour. It's not super long. You have to check that.
I'm positive it's longer than an hour. But yeah, anyways, he's long gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So we'll stop
Pull
and
another
make-
one out, see what you got.
Who's got first watch?
I'll
I'll
take it.
take first watch.
I can take
Okay.
second.
All right. Arlo's going to sleep through the whole night.
I guess I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna pull my sword out, wrap it in my arms as I lay down.
Okay.
Still scared. I'm
I'm
looking out.
gonna take some time to work on the infuser.
Okay.
Straight
for it.
dex roll. 19.
That's a success. Give me 1 second here. You were working on
Adding an extra vial. I think that's
Yeah.
what I started with. And he's kept going.
All right. So you continue to work on it, and you bend some wires and add some of the glass vials. And as you bend the last piece over, you're pretty satisfied with your work as you complete the additional vial. So you have 2 more additional slots on the infuser.
Oh dang! I was thinking I was gonna get 1. I was like, I'm gonna have to do all this again for a second one. That'd be what I do until I sleep. Well, until Blaylock wakes me up.
Okay. Blaylock, roll up your perception with disadvantage because you can't see anything.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
What's a
That's a me getting off a phone call and then coming back over here and trying not to make it awkward.
It is awkward. I need a perception with disadvantage.
Oh, look at that! Because I was on the phone, I was trying to communicate with the Telsa hen. You need disadvantage. Perception with disadvantage. There. Wait, why am I at disadvantage? I'm awesome.
Because you can't see at night.
Because it's nighttime and you can't see.
I could see just fine.
From
Who
an
said
18 to an 8.
Isn't there a campfire? What's a campfire? Like 30 yards?
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
30 feet? Yeah. Look at that. That'll be an 8.
You, the stress of riding and the previous battle makes it hard, and you kind of doze off from time to time. You're not keeping a very good focus, plus everything that's going on in your head. You're like internally fighting yourself in your own head. But you make it through. You don't see or hear anything that cause concerns before you wake up, Galtier.
Galtier.
Oh,
Galtier.
what's going on? Quiet night, Blaylock?
And it seems uneventful. Be careful. This firelight is not very luminous. It's very dim. We should probably stoke it.
I'll add some fire to it, but also, don't worry about the light, Blaylock. I'll be fine. And I'm actually going to walk a little bit around away from with people with my sword out glowing to give it the 60 extra feet of light.
Okay. Roll up a perception check.
I'm gonna walk around with him.
Okay.
7.
Wow.
now.
You're still dealing with some internal conflicts of yourself and just being tired. You don't see or hear anything.
Neat little trick this sword can do, isn't it, Blaylock?
It is. Have you given any more thought about the predicament with your sister?
Right now, I'm just hoping she's doing okay and she's not in with a group she shouldn't be in. I haven't heard anything from Grayson, so I'm assuming he hasn't heard anything from the PI on the matter.
I would hate to see you lose yet another member of your family.
I would like to think she's resilient enough that it's not going to be easy to lose her. At least not like my father.
What did your father do?
He was a salesman back when my mom was alive, when we were in Castle Verminia. But we kind of moved out of the city after she passed away.
And what were the wares that he sold?
He was just a typical merchant, all kinds of odds and ends.
And how did you come to learn your craft?
That's a story longer than we have time for right now.
Fair enough.
It's never something that's easy to talk into.
Keep your secrets, Galtier. I understand. Good night, friend.
Get some sleep.
I'll head up to bed.
I keep walking around too.
Okay. So you walk around as the night passes into the next day.
Do we want to fix our cameras real quick? Grayson already has his off.
Or
No, Biddle, you're good. It was just Grayson, mine, and Zorramir's got wonky. Maybe? They're still flipped.
Hold on.
I thought I was last, so
There, I fixed it. They added a drag and drop function. I can now fix cameras without you guys doing
Oh!
now you tell us.
So I can
That's-
just start like disappearing whenever I want. And you're
Grayson,
like,
put yours back on now.
that. I learned that exactly now ago. So it only took them 3 years. So I just gotta memorize your order. Anyways, the evening falls on Castle Verminia. Grayson and Zorramir are returning to the Gilded Glass. I think I went way too far north.
Grayson, do you know where we are? I think you're leading me to the wrong spot.
it's okay.
that?
Just be quiet.
There.
Go to sleep.
Does this sound like chloroform to you?
All right. So you return back to the Gilded Glass. You still see the same orc standing outside. Less of a smile, but still there.
Less of a smile?
Yeah.
Do you stand here all the time?
We only work one shift. All day. Today is my day. Welcome to the Gilded Glass.
They feed you.
Yeah, they feed us. It's good.
Good by your standards, good by the standards of the people that eat here.
It's like what you eat inside.
Oh, that's surprising. But Good.
Coming back for dinner.
Yes, feel like I have not given this place enough gold yet.
That is true. That is true. You step inside as he uses a big hand to open the door again. The music a bit more lively. Maybe if I can get there. I'll get it. Hold on. But you still see the interior. This time, as you walk inside, you see the waitstaff in the back. Next to them now, though, you see a large Goliath woman just kind of overseeing that. You can see that the waitstaff is asking her questions, and then they're running off to take care of their tables. Most of the tables are fairly full. Standing there for a few moments, a finely dressed Yuntai woman, wearing like a thin silvery dress that barely covers her, approaches up to you. You can see her soft green scales running down one side of her face as long dark hair kind of flows over her shoulders. She's got golden snake-like eyes that just kind of peer into your soul. Yes, can I help you this evening? Welcome to the Gilded Glass.
Lovely scales you have there. I hope mine someday look as good as that.
Thank you.
He flinches a little bit at the tongue flickering.
Did the invitation say that we were to meet them here, or just to be here?
Just to be there.
We'll take a table, please.
Right this way. She turns to the side, her silvery dress kind of swishing as she spins, takes you over to a table there. Not the same one you had earlier. Might I get you some food this evening?
I think a special, house special. And
Wonderful.
a bottle of your finest brandy.
Of course. Our special tonight is a whole roasted duck covered in a citrus glaze with a small rosemary-covered fingerling potatoes with just a dash of garlic and a medley of local-grown, farm-to-table vegetables lightly crisped and covered in a
Serve that in...
Zorramir, there are more foods than just pie.
Have you actually eaten a pie yourself, Grayson? Because it is the optimal food delivery method.
I have, and no, it is not.
Well, you are just wrong. And every establishment that does not serve pies is also wrong. I'm looking around. Do I see anybody that resembles what I should be looking for?
You peer around the room, and toward the hallway with the two doors, you see there's a table there, the last table before you enter that hallway. There's a pretty severely overweight dwarf, dressed in fine clothing, with a monocle, and he's sitting there by himself. Every now and then, you can hear him laughing loudly and kind of hitting the seat of the person behind him. As you sit and watch him for a while, you notice he converses with everyone around him as he has no one at his own table to talk to. And the waitstaff, just reading their body language, they seem very annoyed. On occasion, you've caught him, just in the short time that you've been there, acting a bit inappropriately towards some of the women's servers that are present. Give me a perception check.
Natural 20 for 31.
All right. As you watch him longer, you see something swinging back and forth from his side, and you notice a rather nice golden and bejeweled timepiece. And you'll see him grab it from time to time. He looks at it, studies it with his monocled eye. You can see his eye get real big, and then he just drops it and let it swing beside him as he laughs at another joke he's made for himself.
I'm gonna keep an eye throughout dinner on this gentleman, and if he were ever to go to the bathroom, that would be a convenient time for me to also have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. All right. As you wait there for a moment, the Yuntai woman returns and sets your... She holds the bottle out to you, Grayson, and kind of spins it. Yes, this is a 200-year-old brandy, one of our nicer brandies. And she pours a small bit of it into a glass and slides it over there to you. Smell and see if that is appropriate for you.
I do so.
It smells amazing. Taking a small sip of it, it's the smoothest you've ever been able to enjoy there. Is this acceptable?
How much is it for that bottle?
40 gold pieces.
All right. Yes, that is very acceptable.
And Zorramir is just looking agape at Grayson like, really?
And she sets it there on the table. As you wish, I will go retrieve your food.
Thank you. As I said, Zorramir, you have to play the part.
I don't know if you've realized, Grayson, but I'm not much of an actor.
Yes, I know. But at least one of us has to.
And
Are you seeing what you need to see?
My eyes are full of the prize.
All right, well, I'll keep my eyes open for unknown guest, apparently.
And a few moments later, she returns with your roasted duck. And if breakfast smelled good, this makes breakfast look like something you got at the old boot in comparison.
My compliments to the chef, please.
Of course. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I think that will be all for now.
She nods, and Zorramir, you see her go back and talk to the Goliath woman there waiting at the back of the room. They kind of look over at your table, and the Goliath woman smiles and nods at you.
I give a big toothy smile back.
And she just kind of smiles big and rolls her eyes to another part of the room.
Start
This
digging
will
into the
be
deck.
some of the finest liquid that has ever touched your lips. As I pour some of it into his glass.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
It's amazing.
Gosh. Grayson, I think you should buy them out of stock.
I will partake of a glass, but that will be it.
Impressive control. I think
There are perks to having money.
think I will limit myself to one glass as well. I need to keep my hands from nice and steady as a surgeon.
Very well. And I will start eating my meal, but I'm going to be keeping my eyes open for anybody paying too close attention to us.
And I think that is my cue. And I'm going to stand up. Please don't let my food get too cold. And just slink into the shadows as best as I can, following after the dwarf.
Okay, roll a stealth. I don't even know why I asked, but sure.
33.
Yeah. There's a point in D&D you just stop asking the rogue to roll stealth because it doesn't matter.
The lowest I can roll is 25.
Right. Right.
He's in a public place. There's people all around, and somehow nobody sees him.
God.
Doesn't even
Especially with
matter.
his appearance.
Even with disadvantage, like still the lowest he can roll.
Yep. It's pretty great.
So you see him kind of slink off into the shadows and surprisingly fade away despite all the other things. Just kind of passing from behind people and into the shadows of the room. And you don't see him for a while. While he's gone, the server returns and she comes up behind you, Grayson, and bends down. Excuse me, sir. You have a message from the management.
Oh, really?
Your appointment for tomorrow at the Starlight Theater requires your best dress, and don't be late.
Is what I'm wearing now not appropriate?
It's appropriate, yes, as long as no stains. You are having an important meeting. Don't forget to be there before midday.
So this starts at the Opera House.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
She nods at you. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I think we will have the rest of this wrapped up to go, and I will take the bottle with me.
All right, each meal is 2 gold, so that'll be 44 gold pieces for tonight's dinner selection.
I will pull it out and hand it to her.
She nods and thank you, and return to the Gilded Glass anytime.
Will do.
It's Zorramir here.
Oh yes, mischief music. We haven't had this in a while.
Zorramir. You see the gentleman head into the back door to the left. What do you want to do?
I'm following after.
All right. You slink into the room and you see a marble floor and a trough filled with some kind of water, and there's separate rooms basically to house multiple people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And even with your passive perception, you notice that you don't even hear your own footsteps in this room.
Wild. So Are the rooms like stalls or what is it?
They're basically stalls.
Okay.
There's stone. They're not like gaps at the bottom. They're just like little stone walls between each one.
Did he go into one of the cells or is he at the...
You're not sure because he went in there before you.
I don't
There's
see him.
doors closed. You don't see him. Yep.
So I'm going to presume that he did. Okay. I am going to... there's like a urinal trough.
Nothing like that. No.
Oh, I
the
thought you
trough
said
is
there
more
was-
for washing your hands and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And peeing in it.
Sure. Yeah.
Water.
I'm going to hang out in the vestibule of this lovely lavatory, and I'm gonna act like I'm doing something, like washing my hands or something, waiting for him to come out of a stall. And upon him coming, assuming he does come out of a stall, I'm going to do my best drunkard performance, acting as if I have had one too many sips of that brandy.
Okay. As you kind of splash your hands in the water, you notice the water doesn't really make much noise.
Wow. It's like
And
place.
you're almost startled by the dwarf as he steps beside you and begins washing his hands. You didn't hear him walk up or make any noise.
Okay. See how good of an actor I am. I'm gonna start off for water and take a step back and kind of stumble. I think I had one too many glasses of that brandy there. And I'm gonna stumble into him as if I'm like kind of falling over. And as I do, I'm going to try and sleight of hand swipe the timepiece.
Okay. As you begin speaking, you notice no words come out. It's almost like there's silence in here. But you do kind of fall into him. Give me kind of a strength check.
A strength check?
Sure.
Oh, why are you doing me dirty like this? 2.
Okay. You kind of hit him, but you're just kind of more leaning up against him. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh, we gotta reroll that.
That's not a
dirty 20.
One.
Barely.
Yes.
You reach over, and as you run into him, you quickly unclasp the watch and drop it right into the corner of your backpack, and it just perfectly slides in inside of it. As he looks at you weird and is kind of like holding you up, and
What?
he's not saying anything to you. He's just looking at you sternly and like pointing to the door.
I'm gonna like sorry, and still kind of like stumble my way back out the door. And as soon as I get out of his eyesight, slink back into the shadows and get out of there as quick as possible.
So he kind of helps you get to the door.
Yep.
And as you step outside, you can now hear the commotion from inside. Well, I do say, what are you doing here? What say you're running into me in the lavatory?
I'm sorry, sir. My friend there got me some brandy, and I had too many.
Zoom in at a drink, eh? And he slaps you on the back. You just kind of shove forward.
Ow! Oh, sorry, sir. Good day to you.
Well, if you're passing out too many drinks, well, invite me to your table. I'd be happy to help you imbibe.
We have a commitment to get to. I think my friend is already out the door.
Oh, don't be silly. I'm coming with you. And he starts walking with you.
Sir, your coat, it's still at your table.
That's okay. I sit there all the time. It's not going anywhere. Did I tell you about the time I spent inside
I'm
her
gonna just
port?
start walking. Presumably this guy can't keep up very well with me based off of his rotundness. I'm just gonna start booking it. Not like running, but like briskly walking as to not create a commotion to get
Slow down a bit. I had a bit too much for dinner. Come back here, you little friend with wings. Okay, how fast, how far are you stealthing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to do it stealthily in a way that's not going to draw attention. I'm assuming I can see that Grayson's no longer there.
No, he's still there.
Table.
Oh, I thought you... Okay.
I'm getting things wrapped up.
I am not going to make contact with Grayson other than eye contact in the manner of saying, I'm out.
So you see Zorramir just kind of briefly make eye contact with you and just keep walking and right out the door. You just right behind it. And not far behind him, you see this rotund dwarf, and he walks over to the table. Excuse me. Well, look at that brandy. Do you happen to need some company, friend?
Gosh.
Actually, I'm paying for my meals, and I'll be...
Well, that just means we don't have to worry about who pays for it later. Get a glass and slide it this way.
Oh, God.
Well, if you'd like the brandy, I'm sure I can have it sent over to your table.
But, you know, I don't really have anyone to talk to, and I'm already here, and my table is so far away.
Gosh.
Have a seat.
Don't mind if I do. And he sits down, and as he does, he kind of moves the table towards you a bit. And sorry about that. Sometimes I imbibe too much in the special. I'm sure everyone else eats 3 of the specials, but I was hungry.
I understand that. The food here is definitely very good. I start pouring some of the brandy into Zorramir's glass.
You see him kind of licking his lips as he's making eye contact. So, what brings you into the Gilded Glass in Verminia? Are you a resident? Do you live here? A traveler?
I'm a traveler, and it seems that I was stood up. I was supposed to meet someone here, and they never showed.
Oh, that is quite a shame, let me tell you. I suffer from the same problem. It seems once the money runs out, then so do your friends.
Yeah, I could see that. So what brings you to this fair city?
Well, you know, I have family. I come from a rather well-to-do family, and they send me money, and I do business here when necessary, supplies and different things, and it helps if I can directly communicate rather than send a message.
So are you from Brecken's Fjord, or are you from somewhere off island?
Originally.
Well, I've been there recently.
It's a beautiful place, and at least it was until this ragtag group of adventurers came through and awoke some ancient dragon that just started destroying buildings.
I'm sure I've heard that story differently.
That's what I heard, at least. I heard they weren't even welcome there anymore.
That's interesting to know.
By the way, do you... Oh, let me see.
And he reaches down.
Well, what have I done with my timepiece?
And he's looking all around.
I must have dropped it in the privy. You know how many times I've dropped it into the bowl?
Oh,
It's happened more than
accidents
once.
happen.
I do
Accidents
mean to
happen.
clean that off, but I haven't had time. I never think about it.
And you touch it a lot, do you?
Well, I mean, you gotta wash your hands.
True enough. True enough.
But
Well, I
I
don't want
must
to
go
keep
find
you.
it.
Here.
Excuse me,
brandy.
let me take this drink of brandy first.
And he takes the glass and just dumps it back.
Yeah. Go ahead and have the whole thing. Go ahead and take it with you.
For truly.
For truly. It's
He,
yours.
he grabs a hold of it, and you see him look down at it, look at you.
Thank you, kind sir. What is your name so that I may sing it from the tops of the towers?
The name's Grayson.
Grayson, what is your family name?
Hawker.
You just see his face droop down,
I'm sorry for bothering you.
and he turns around and he walks off, and he looks over his shoulder just a bit.
Must find my timepiece.
He disappears back into the hall.
Get up and walk out.
You walk out. Zorramir, how far did you go after you left?
I got out the door and went around the corner to try and make sure I got out of eyesight of them. And I'm just like kind of peeking around the corner, like, did you come after me? Wait, where the heck's Grayson?
After a few moments, you see Grayson walk out. He's got 2 small sacks of your meals that weren't finished. Grayson, you see Zorramir standing there.
Oh, thank God. What took you so long?
Your problem.
Oh, don't tell me he came and talked to you.
Yeah, I probably should have started off with my name first. Would have been a shorter conversation.
He's not a fan of the Harkers, I see.
Most people aren't.
I'll keep that in my back pocket then, if I ever need to get somebody off my tail.
Not sure how it'll work. It affects people differently.
Well, I got what I was after. Did you
And
ever find who...
I got what we were after, yes. We are to meet back at the Opera House tomorrow before noon.
really want to keep us in this ritzy area of town? Can't wait to be done with this.
Definitely running us ragged here. This could have been handled without us being here, I would think.
Well,
Okay.
your bits. I'm still... Wait, did I get any indication of what I was supposed to do after I got this timepiece?
Nope.
Alright. Well,
So, back to Tendra's.
back to tenders, I guess.
Okay. You travel through the night, and the streets are quiet as you return to Tindra's Den. Welcome back.
Good to be back in this part of town.
Very much so.
Well, is there anything I can get for you?
I take it that our visitor upstairs has been taken well care of.
Absolutely, at your request.
I think I will have a bath set up.
Absolutely. Do you need assistance?
No, I think I've got it.
As you wish.
Zorramir, just stay out of trouble, please.
I never get myself into trouble.
Well, we know that's not true.
Give him a sly wink. I'll be up in my room.
Try not to get the clothes too messed up. We are to wear them tomorrow at our meeting.
Maybe I'll put on my other clothes then in the time being. Actually, these clothes, these are self-cleaning, right?
They
Yeah.
are.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't need to worry about that. I'll keep the clothes on.
Well, the spell only has, a limit.
Oh, it does?
It's a mending. It's not.
It's not a prestidigitation.
uses. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not uses. It's just it can only clean up so much.
Okay. I'm gonna head back up to my room and inspect the timepiece.
Okay. Taking a look at the timepiece, you look it over. It's got some inlaid jewels in it. It's very nice gold and silver. In the seams around where the jewels are, there's flecks of some kind of dirt, it looks like, around the edges of the glass as well. I just can't today.
And I'm not even going to tell him anything about. Well, I didn't know he was going for that to begin with.
Yep.
I'm assuming that the watch is what he took.
Right. What do you want to do from there? You just going to bed?
Can I okay? There's no hints on it as to why this is of importance, or
Nope.
Can I ascertain like a value roughly of it?
I mean, looking at it, it's probably got a value around 300, 350 gold.
Alright. Yeah. That's it for me for the nights.
It's very nice. All right. Grayson, you take your bath or whatever. Are you heading back up to your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Anything
gonna try
before you
working
rest?
on the- Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try working on the whip. Dex. Come on, Dex. Motherfucker. 13.
Anyways, you're really tired.
Yeah, I'm always really tired.
And it's not like you don't
Yeah, I
have,
get that.
like, you have good decks.
I know. Rules just suck. So,
All right.
yeah, I'll go to bed afterwards.
All right. You both sleep into a peaceful sleep and pass into the next day. You wake up. What do you want to do? Who wants to go down first?
I'll head down.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting up, dressed, and heading down.
All right. You head down, get down about the same time. What do you want to do?
Well, they said to come to be there before midday, so we can head that way and anytime, I'm assuming.
Well, before we head there, I'd like to swing by the docks again and see if I run into my mysterious messenger and can complete whatever this strange task was.
Is Tendra or is it the goblin that's down?
It's the goblin.
Okay. Well, so I'll send a message to Galtier.
Okay, Galtier, you'll get this in the morning that you just watched from.
It's as we suspected. Your sister is working with the Silent Steps. I'm in the process of working with them to see the king. Instructions with Tendra.
Now respond. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said I think that was 21, under 21.
Close enough.
Yeah. Good to hear she's doing okay. We should be there in about half a day. Actually, didn't we say we were going to wake up before dawn to start riding?
I don't know.
You said that. Yes, you said that.
I know I mentioned it.
Okay.
You said that.
Oh, you're on watch. You can wake us up whenever you want.
Yeah.
I'll wake them up like an hour or two before dawn so we can start riding.
Oh, it's so early. I'll roll back over.
5
All right.
more minutes. But yeah, either way, we should be there soon. End of message. Tick, 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 tick.
All right, Zorramir, you heading to the docks?
I am.
Okay.
I want to leave a message with the goblin as we leave. Making sure that the clothing is all sent to the rooms of each individual. Hopefully we'll be back shortly before nightfall, if anybody asks.
Okay. Zorramir, you arrive at the docks, and people are working away as they always do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna again go up and kind of sit on the dock side somewhere and taking the view, keeping an eye open to see if I see that person again.
Okay. You sit in the dock area watching the workers load and unload ships and just kind of taking in the morning. It's a beautiful morning. The weather's cool. You hear some footsteps behind you. It's a wonderful day.
Fair horizon for sure.
And you see Keeley standing behind you. Funny to run into you again.
Yes, do you have the time?
I do not. Do you?
I do.
I assume I'm just standing off looking around.
Oh, you came with?
Yeah.
Oh, did you? I didn't know you that you went too.
My
Okay.
intention was to go alone.
We came down at the same time, and you walked out the door, telling me you had to go to the docks. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
So
We'll say he left before I left.
okay.
Sorry, I did not make that clear.
All right. That's a nice pocket watch.
Yes, it is. Does it catch your fancy?
It does.
What would one give for such a nice timepiece?
Oh, unfortunately, I'm not as financially able to. It is beautiful, though.
Wait, this is the person I was talking to before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there some coded message here?
Nope.
Am I completely being taken for?
That's for you to decide.
But what was the treasure at the end of the rainbow for then?
Have you got there yet?
I do believe so.
And she's just looking at you as you hold. Are you holding this watch out? Showing her the time still?
I have it in my hand.
Well, I must be going.
Okay. What is the meaning of all of this?
And she just looks at you with a puzzled look on her face, and with your passive perception, you see her hand is out just a bit.
What do you mean?
It's just kind of, her palm is open toward you.
Like gesturing for me to give it to her?
In that way, yeah.
Okay. I will stand up, and come up next to her and kind of put a hand on her shoulder. It was nice to run into you by the docks here again, and go to shake your hand, and palm it over. You have a good day.
As for you as well.
I'll wander off.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
You're heading back down the main road there?
Obviously.
Yes. What did you say?
And
I said obviously.
And on your way back, you run into Grayson there.
Worst thief ever. Are you done with your business here?
I am.
Well,
Still
then
don't know
shall
what the
we?
meaning of it all was, but it is over.
Roll a perception check for me, Zorramir.
Oh, get to reroll that. Still not good. 21.
Okay. As you're walking, something seemed off. But as you got closer to Grayson, you notice that like something's jingling in your backpack. That you know the sounds of what it is when you walk, but this is something different.
I will stop in my step. I'll stop in my path. Hold on 1 second. I need to check something. I'll swing my bag around and take a peek at what is making this strange noise.
You find a really strange pair of they almost look like bracers, but they're not bracers. They kind of strap around your arm.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
I forgot I had picked these up. Not quite sure what they do. I'll pull them out of my bag.
Okay. They're real thin bands. They look decorative, like a jewelry almost.
I'll put them on, see if I feel anything.
Before you put them on.
he puts them on.
Motherfucker.
They
Never mind.
They look nice. They're on you. What, as you look at them?
Are you able to figure out what magical things do, Grayson?
A little late, don't you think?
I mean, I'm alive still, aren't I?
That doesn't mean much. I cast Detect Magic.
They slightly glow.
Well, whatever they are, they're magical.
And as you reach down to pick your backpack back up, a certain way you contort your wrist, a dagger shoots out from inside the flat part of the bracer and just extends out maybe a foot from the end of your fist before it stops.
I am Assassin's Creed.
Pretty much.
Yes.
You can add the hidden dagger to your inventory.
Well, now that's a fun trick. We'll
Yeah, it's a
make
good thing you weren't picking your nose at the time.
I'll make the dagger retract. Is it a magic? It's a magical dagger, right?
The mechanism is more magical than the actual dagger.
So it's okay. All right, I'll make the dagger retract. Shall we be on our way?
Yeah, I would say so.
Did you say it's just a single one or a pair?
It's a pair.
Nice.
But they do conceal nicely under your clothing.
Perfect. Under specifically my dress robes?
Yep.
Heading towards.
Okay.
the
You're just going to head
outpost.
to... Okay. And just wait till it's time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take our time meandering through.
Okay. You take your time, talk to some locals. And you get there a little early, but it looks like your group is already there. Outside of the Starlight Theater, you see first you notice Drama Firesoul there. She's in a exquisite purple dress that just drapes over all her features. Her hair is done up in nice braids and kind of wrapped around. And then beside her, you look a couple times. Like it's hard to see what you're seeing, but you see Melu there in a dark gray dress, and her hair kind of falls softly over her shoulders. Like you've only seen her really kind of cloaked. But now she's in a dress, and she just kind of greets you with a sheepish smile as she kind of looks down and kicks a rock. You notice she's got makeup on, and she's pretty fixed up.
You had us worried there for a while.
Yes, sorry. Drama comes over. Well, look at both of you. Don't you clean up nicely? And she gives you both a hug. It's been some time.
I see you made it back just fine.
That I did. I was excited to hear that you both would be accompanying me on this wonderful celebration.
Yeah.
It's excitement.
So, you know Melu, huh?
We do?
Fantastic. You know, she has a beautiful singing voice.
That I did not know.
No, I really don't. Drama, you're too kind.
Can we hear a number of yours, Melu?
No, not out on the street in front of all these people. But have you heard from Galtier? Is he dead or is he gone?
No, they were off doing something important.
What a heartless family. It's like, is he dead?
He finally dead?
They have terrible luck.
They did have a dangerous encounter, but seem to have all made it through.
That's good. I hope he stays away from Verminia.
He's on his way back.
Son of a... He just never listens. Do you have siblings? Either of you have siblings? You know how they never listen.
Used to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, we are in too deep to let things go now.
I understand that. The sun rises on us today, though, right? That's all we can hope for.
We have the ruby, right? Whisper gave it to us.
The device.
Yeah.
Yep. When she says that, Zorramir, something in your head triggers again. That the statement she made referenced that someone in your party does not know about all of your associations.
Oh?
In other words, Drama doesn't know.
Oh, I thought you meant like our party, not Drama.
So we were told to meet here, and we would be told what the plan was.
Well, we're heading over to the castle.
I was told there'd be a plan.
And you'll accompany us. We'll go into the castle and whatever you needed to do. That's what I was told. Keep me safe.
I just looked down at Zorramir and I'm like,
Should be fun, Grayson.
It will be very exciting. And don't forget, hopefully you do not have any weapons, because they will confiscate them, and they will probably not give them back.
They'll just confiscate them?
It would, yes.
Okay. I do not have any weapons on me.
So here's my concern. We weren't told that this was happening like right now.
I am
the message
sorry.
that we received. Well, no, I'm talking out of character.
Oh.
Message you gave me last night just says to meet here for the plan.
Yep.
The plan is happening.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if I had known that, I would have said I was leaving my weapons behind.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
This was not what I thought was happening right now.
Right.
I would not have brought the whip. I wouldn't have brought any of it.
Say goodbye to the whip.
If you need to keep things within my personal drop box within the Starlight Theater, we can put things in there. It would be safe.
I put all my stuff in all my weapons in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And then I'll put it in the drop box.
Okay. She takes it. One moment. And she leaves, and it's just you two and Melu there. Zorramir, what about
Melu.
your rapier?
I never picked it back up after our last opera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melu, what the fuck is happening right now?
You kind of gotta know Whisper. This is kind of a prank, but I mean, the job still needs to be done. But she likes to do this.
There's no plan. We have no idea what the fuck we're supposed to be doing.
That's kind of why you're dropping that in there, so we can better know. But sorry.
So are we bodyguards? Are we performers?
I'm a performer. You both are bodyguards.
Ugh.
We just gotta act tough.
Yeah, but not too tough.
Zorramir, we're supposed to plant this device. In the throne room. And I hand over the device to him. You're going to have to be the one that does it.
And as you do, Drama comes out. Well, I do believe it is time for us to go.
After you, Drama.
Perfect. This is so exciting. I'm so glad to see you all again. So, what have you been up to since last we talked? As you start walking that way.
As we walk, how big is this device?
It's
Sizable.
palm size. Yeah, it's small.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tuck it in some crevice
Sure.
or nook and cranny, somewhere that's gonna be nicely hidden.
We've enjoyed our time here in Verminia. We've used it for some relaxation.
Well, that is not what we typically hear from Verminia. You know that?
It's not the greatest place to vacation, but after dealing with what you know we dealt with down there, we needed some time.
Absolutely.
Seems you have adjusted just fine.
The theater has been nothing but blessings. I don't know if you have seen my new show.
Oh, we have been privy to that.
It's such a fantastic writing of an actual true tale. We enjoyed it very much when it was given to us, and it's doing very well. It's what got us here.
You were given that story?
Well, of course, Heston brought it back from his adventures.
Okay. I didn't really meet the guy, so.
Yeah. As you get close to the castle, you see it standing taller and taller against the skyline. This is the closest you've been to the castle itself. You both notice Griffin riders patrolling the skies, swooping through, keeping watch on everything. As you near the entrance gate that is closed, there are 2 guards patrolling the entrance, while several others are walking the top of the wall with crossbows, just pacing back and forth.
Intimidating.
Papers? Oh, yes, let me get those for you. For my entire group. And Drama reaches in and pulls out a scroll and hands it to the guard. As the guard looks over all of you. All right. As per procedure, according to this, you all are going to come in and be subject to a weapon search. You can agree to the weapon search or turn around and head the other way. It's your choice.
If it must be done, it must be done.
I am good for this. So, Drama steps inside and they begin going through her belongings, followed by Melu and Grayson. You as well. Looking for something here. One second. All right. Zorramir, roll a sleight of hand.
Oh. 20 dirty.
Okay. They don't locate your newfound item. Escort, please take them to the castle. As he says that, 4 guards come out, armed with halberds in their hands and swords on their waist. They kind of encompass the entire group and begin taking you down a long path to the castle itself. As you enter inside, you hear the gate close behind you. A few people step out, kind of looking inside, trying to get the best view that they can of the castle. The path itself is just gorgeous. It's inlaid with stone that's been meticulously cared for, not like the streets or anything else. This looks like it's barely been walked on. The trees and shrubs surrounding the path are just in pristine condition, and a light breeze kind of blows through, rustling the leaves. This place is so beautiful. It's a crime that it can't be opened up and shared with the general public. And she continues walking. None of the guards respond. Oh, I would love to do a concert here. Wouldn't you, Melu? Yeah, sure. And she turns back towards you, Grayson and Zorramir. Wouldn't it be beautiful to do a concert here? Let the people come in.
Yeah, it would.
I feel that the current regime would never allow such commoners through their gates.
It was never like this, you know. Before I was taken, it was open. It wasn't this secure, but it was open.
Well, something really bad must have happened.
Well, maybe we can ask that when we're inside. You both notice that the castle defenses themselves are impressive. Small stone walls are hidden amongst the plants, and the vines kind of cover those, making it difficult to see the walls themselves. It seems like it was designed that if an assault ever broke through the main gate, this would severely slow down hordes of enemies that would be traveling through. You begin ascending the stairs, and the main castle doors look like they're wrought from just iron. They have intricate carvings and designs, though no central focus where you've seen doors that kind of tell a story. This is just designs or ornate designs, no kind of dedicated artwork. As you get closer to the door, make way! Open the gates! You hear the door opens slightly, just enough for the formation of the 4 guards and the 4 of you to proceed inside without shifting formation. Once your eyes adjust to the inside of the castle, you're met with shining marble floors, beautifully handcrafted over who knows how many generations, large stone pillars supporting the main ceiling, and staircases jut off into different directions to lead to other sections of the castle itself. The sound of metal on stone echoes through the chamber as you proceed further and further inside. Magical torches brightly illuminate the inside, reflecting off polished floor. Faint hints of vanilla waft through the air, giving an overall calming feeling to the impressive sight. Drama again leans back. Well, this is quite fancy. Paintings of past kings and queens line the wall, as well as old maps of Drakenwald. Large, billowing red drapes hang from pillar to pillar, leading you down to a series of steps that end at 2 rather large golden and onyx doors, where an additional set of guards, clad in golden armor instead of the typical steel armor that you've seen, stand ready at the door, unmoving. As you approach the 4 guards escorting you in, kind of stop and fade back and head back toward where they came from as the golden dress guards approach all of you. Papers? Drama again gets out the papers, and as they're inspecting it, another one comes up. Yes, don't forget to remember the laws of the city. Everything you deal with here, including ourselves, are considered nobility. Any assault on nobility or anyone in the preceding chambers, including the king or queen, are under penalty of death or imprisonment. As he looks down at Zorramir.
Very slightly shifty-eyed.
Yes, and we're going to need to have you all submit to a secondary check of your weapons. So they
You must.
begin inspecting. What's that?
Didn't you all just do this to let us in?
The king feels it's best if we have a secondary scan in case corruption, someone lets through. It's just a safety precaution. Is there a problem with it?
I just fall back.
So they do drama and Melu. Of course, they have nothing. They don't find anything on you, Grayson. Zorramir, roll your sleight of hand.
18.
Their hand kind of stays on your arm for a bit, and you begin getting a little nervous. Everything looks good. They walk over to the doors themselves. Looking at the doors, as you wait for them to inspect Zorramir, the doors depict a scene unlike the outer doors. It seems like a version of the history of the creation of the world, and specifically the island itself. It paints a very fantastical image of a great dragon that fell during the creation of the world. Its body so large that after it fell, the islands themselves were formed from its bones, and Drakenwald its skull. Well, it seems everything's in order. Paperwork's here. Check's okay. We do want to say that right now that the Council of Verminia is in session, though your invitation states that they are to interrupt any events that are in session at the castle as you arrive. So if you are met with a less than warm welcome, don't be surprised. They don't typically like being bothered talking business. Does everyone understand?
Understood.
Very.
Understood. Understood. They then reach over and open the doors. And the four of you walk inside. The main chambers are designed much like the rest of the castle, though as you begin getting closer, you see a large table set right in front of a set of raised stairs. There's a few empty seats, but there are 4 people sitting at the table, 2 on each side, and the king and queen sit upon their thrones looking down at the table itself. Along the main path to where this table is, there's potted plants that are kind of overflowing over the top of the pot itself, lining the walkway. As you're approaching, I need both of you to roll a perception check.
30.
30?
Yes.
Ridiculous. What was yours, Grayson?
22.
Okay. As you get closer, you start hearing some of the heated conversation that's going on, echoing through the chamber. The first thing you hear from someone is, "Everything is fine here in Drakenwald. We are more prosperous now than ever, and the people are happy as can be. Daily we receive praises, and we should open the castle back up for the people to enjoy." As you get even closer, you hear, "The creatures invading this city are becoming more frequent. How much longer must we hold back? We must increase our numbers and lock down this island." And then a familiar voice, "We must take action. Those vagrants at the Arnathian Plateau are creating monsters, fusing machine and humanoid together. We are at risk of losing our humanity." As you arrive and approach closer, you see the king raise his hand. "Well, I see we have guests from the city. Welcome." On the left side of the table, your left, you see a gentleman in a deep red robe with kind of a white tunic underneath, a long gray beard, and a spectacle. You notice that one of his hands is mechanical. Sitting next to him, you see Kithrin, Soulspire. And on the other side of the table, you see Jaina, his sister. And Zorramir, you see a familiar face. Sitting next to her is Othin Darkforest.
Make me look that up.
From the Fighters Guild.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome. I'm assuming this is the infamous Drama Firesoul. Well, yes, it is my pleasure, my king. And she kneels down in front of him, Melu following suit. What are... Okay, Zorramir, you see everyone kneel down.
I'll take a kneel too.
No need for that. We welcome you here. So, Is this the time I'm going to get this private performance? O king, you flatter me with your praises and your invitation. Might I introduce those who travel with me? This is a Melu and a up-and-coming performer. Hi, it's nice to meet you, sir. Your Honor, nice to meet you. This is Grayson Harker. You see, actually, Grayson, give me a perception roll.
26.
Nice.
Okay. You see a few at the table kind of shift uncomfortably. The king just nods in approval. Welcome, Grayson. And this is Zorramir. I am afraid I do not know your last name.
Ketzlar.
Zorramir Ketzlar. He is a... Yes, what are you? Are you lizard folk? Or I'm curious. I've not seen...
Have you never seen a halfling?
Well, interesting halfling. Welcome,
Yep.
Master Ketzlar.
Thank you. It's an honor to be in your graces.
I am, of course, King Edward Farenthal. And you see, now taking a look at him, he's got long white hair that's kept back in a ponytail, very clean, short beard, dark, swarthy skin. It almost makes his beard kind of glow. His beard is so bright. And strangely dark purple eyes that are really kind. And next to him, this is my queen, Callista Farenthal. And beside him, you see this very tall woman. She stands up. She's an Aasimar. Pale skin, dark black hair. She towers over pretty much everyone there. You can see she's someone that really commands respect. Her eyes a soft yellow, and she's even wearing a breastplate like she's prepared for war. Welcome. We're glad to have you. And they set back down. Well, if you're not going to give a private performance, what can your king do for you? Drama looks from side to side. Well, it's an honor to meet you, my king. I wanted to know when can we schedule something? You asked for a private performance. Is that now or when? Is this one of the guy with the mechanical arm? He kind of sighs with like everything's a bother. The king stands up. Oh, I forgot to introduce the rest of us here. Sitting here, and he points to the red robe, is Farron Goldmar, one of my closest advisors. Next to him, Kithrin, Soulspire. And over here we have Jaina Soulspire, his sister, though you can tell that as they do nothing but incessantly argue back and forth. But they do offer good advice, and Othen Darkforest, the proprietor of our Fighters Guild, one of the few Fighters Guild that are still around. Farron speaks up. This is a waste of time. We have matters to discuss, not entertain locals. He is quite impatient. But if you could give him a preview, maybe, of your wondrous talents, drama. And she kind of clears her throat a bit. While this is going on, as she begins singing, what are you all doing?
I'm keeping an eye out. Wait, where was I supposed to place this thing again? Just anywhere?
As
Anywhere
close
with
to
it.
the throne as possible is what was wanted.
I am going to be keeping an eye out for any opportunity where eyes might not be upon me. Presumably, this performance will give a good distraction to try and take a step to the side to position the device.
Okay.
So is Drama singing or is
She is singing, yes. Is there anything else? Okay. She's singing. Okay.
I will be performing some acrobatics.
Okay.
Just some training moves since I don't have a weapon. I'm just gonna
Roll it up.
$12.
Okay. You begin jumping around and doing the best you can.
It was almost a natural 20.
Best to keep in tune. You're not exactly in tune with the song, so it's a little awkward, but it's enough to generate a smile from Jaina, the queen, and the king as Drama sings for the group there, and her voice just beautifully echoes throughout the room. You look away for a moment, and Zorramir, you're looking, kind of keeping your eyes on everything before you hear and claws against a table that echo through the room.
What?
As before you, two brain-like creatures with legs begin skittering
What?
across the table. You hear their claws clawing into the table as they rush down the table. Immediately, Melu and Drama drop to the floor, unmoving. The king and queen grab their heads in pain. What are you doing?
I'm going to take this chaotic opportunity to plant the device, then gather myself and figure out what the hell is happening.
Okay. You run over, and as people stand up from the table, and these things are just rushing across the table right toward the king and queen, Kithrin and Jaina jump back from the table, as well as Farron and Oath and Grayson. What are you doing?
Are there guards still in the room?
There are not.
Fuck it. I run towards the table.
Okay. You run toward the table. What do you want to do once you get there?
I'm going to attack one.
Okay.
What?
With what I got in my fucking hands.
All right. You jump up to the table. You run next to them. They're running forward. Like I said, the king and queen are grabbing their head. They've kind of dropped down to a knee. What do you want to do to which one do you want to hit?
The first one I come up to, are they like next to each other?
They are.
I'm just going to attack. I'm going to attack both of them with my hands.
Okay.
Try to get their attention on me.
All right.
12 for the first attack.
That hits.
For 11 damage.
Okay.
Second attack on the other one. 28.
Definitely hits.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use a key point to do Flurry of Blows. So that's 2 more hits. I'm going to do one on each one. 16 for the first one.
Okay.
For 8 damage.
All right.
The second one is a 22 to hit. For 9 damage.
Okay.
And because I used a key point, I am going to use key field attack, which means I can make another unarmed attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
On the first one. A 6 to hit for 9 damage.
Okay. So you you run up and jump into the air and bring your fist down, and you pummel it a few times. You hit the other one. It kind of stumbles a bit and stops running as your fist smashes over and over again until it punches through the brain-like material, and you feel your knuckles connect with the table. And then you spin around and kick at the other one on the table, and it goes flying into the air. Zorramir, you look up and you see this brain with legs flipping end over end towards you. What do you want to do?
How big is it? It's like brain size?
No, it's well,
Like a
yeah,
small dog.
a small dog. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and grab it. I snag it out of midair.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna try and snag it out of midair and then fly up to get slightly out of view sight of anybody that might be watching. And as I have it in my hands, I'm gonna try and activate the dagger to shoot it into this thing so that nobody could see that, and then retract it out and throw it onto the ground.
Okay. Give me a grapple check.
What is that? That's
Strength.
Strength.
That's 16.
Okay. 1 second here. As I... Natural 1.
Yes.
So you leap forward, you grab a hold of it, and you're holding it in your hands as your wings, and then make an attack.
Ooh, 27.
Okay, that hits.
Actually, am I making 2 attack rolls?
A main hand and a offhand if you want.
Let's roll damage for the first one. So 8 for the first. Oh, that one probably doesn't hit. 14.
It does hit.
Wow, okay. 2 points on the second one.
All right. So you fly up into the air, and as you're holding it, your blades fire out, and one half of the brain falls down away from you. You're just holding the other half with the 2 legs. You can see its legs kicking just a bit. And Grayson, as you stand up from pummeling this into the table, you hear a splishing sound as the brain matter with 2 legs splats onto the table, begins twitching, and you see the brain matter splatter onto Kithrin and Farron, and the king and queen grasping onto their head, kind of look up at you and the creatures, and as soon as they come to terms with what's happening in the room, they begin screaming for the guards, and the guards in gold-clad armor burst open through the door and begin running forward as Kithrin and Jaina get up from the table, and they run over to Melu and Drama, and that is where we're going to end tonight.
What? No! 17 minutes.
That is where we're going to end tonight.
You jerk.
You're going to have to... Panda eating pancakes. All right. Yeah. Thanks for finally making it, dude. Yeah. So exciting. Fun stuff. You have to stop there. You have to stop there.
No.
We got to get Arlo to bed. He's like 72, and he's got to. We can't hear him because he's muted. He said something though. No, we still can't hear you. No, we can't.
I gotta get up early.
Oh, there. Yeah. So thank you all for coming out tonight. You definitely don't want to miss next week because there's more to come from this.
Grayson, we go to jail. Find out next time.
Who knows?
And they thought they took all my weapons.
I am the weapon.
These two weapons are registered deadly weapons. Yeah. So yeah, don't miss next week. Don't forget, you have 2 days if you want to take advantage of the HelloFresh deal. And get a free gift and help out the stream at the same time. The food is delicious. It really is. So I
got a cheesecake today. So it's probably like free dessert.
Oh,
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So definitely try it out. If anything, you keep the recipes and you can make the recipes again. Everything's really good. Like we have definitely discovered like some new sauces and gravies and things that are worth it.
Have you got anything that's panko sauce or a panko seasoning?
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
There was some gravy that went on the meatloaf that like all my life I've had ketchup on my meatloaf. This was some other gravy and like we were scooping it out of the pan because it was so good.
Eye-opening.
Yeah, it was so good. Arlo, I'm used to being blamed. Married for 30 years. It's true. But yeah, thanks for coming out. We'll have a stream on Wednesday as our official pre-show show. Who knows what we'll be playing? We'll see what everybody wants to play. If you want to vote on that or join us, head on over to the Discord. You can do !Discord if you need that information. We're happy to game with you. We got all sorts of games that go on every evening. Well, fanboy, yeah, you put ketchup on meatloaf. You bake it with it on there.
No, barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce works as well.
Honey mustard.
Blame my mother. She may be in here somewhere. I don't know. This is pretty late for her as well. Hey, that's just the way she made it, man. Like it's not that's how I was raised. Believe me, I could tell horror stories of other things. Sorry, Mom.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah. But thank you all for coming out. We love and appreciate your support as always. Let's have Yazik and Anthouse take us out. If you haven't had a chance to follow them over at YouTube and your popular services, check those fellas out. They make fantastic music. Anthouse Beats and Yazik. Until next time, we will see you in the dungeon. Take care, all.
The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you've been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you've been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but a body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself. Thinking of all the ways I can top myself. On God, I can move like a devil. I hope you and your squad are ready for the last level that ends here. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you've been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want.